So I'm Bal Claire. I'm a non-exec director on the Coventry Warwickshire Partnership Trust, and I'm also an independent member on the council of the governing body at the University of Warwick. UPNA is a really exciting staff network set up probably about 3 years ago on the conception that South Asian people just get together on a WhatsApp group, interact, exchange ideas, concerns, and just a safe space for people to communicate amongst each other. That small group of people has now grown to over 250 people, which is absolutely superb and significant in so much that you can imagine the amount of traffic that goes on a small WhatsApp group. Makes absolute sense now to formalize that setup and run UPNA NHS in a much more structured, governed way, but with the principles of how it was founded. And that was all about addressing inequalities, calling it out, working collaboratively and helping people develop and as some people use the phrase, lift as they climb. So it's very important objectives in terms of how and the principles that UPNA are founded within. So I've been involved in a lot of institutions, groups where no disrespect to them, but there's a lot of talk that goes on, a lot of analysis, a lot of data exchange. I think the difference here, and I think everybody's behind the objective, is to, and it's in the title of the actual conference itself, is to actually move beyond the conversation. And that is really about going away from talking about issues, discussing them, but actually come up with some solutions and practical ideas about how we could implement those in a real world and implement them effectively and quickly. Inequalities, we've all gone through the COVID crisis. That was a real example of how inequalities were exposed across the country, across the globe. And I think we can't afford to have those inequalities exposed again. We may have another COVID, but we need to learn from those lessons and make sure that those inequalities do not expose or hurt individuals that really shouldn't be in that situation at all. Yeah, if you attend conference, there's several areas where delegates can benefit. Number one is just the whole agenda around inequalities and learning about how other people have had lived experiences, how other organisations deal with inequalities. So it's a great learning opportunity for individuals. It's a great opportunity to actually network. So you'll meet colleagues and be able to connect with people from within the NHS and from outside of the NHS, and actually make some real valuable connections that might help individuals when they go back to their day jobs. And then also one of the real important things that we want to try and do is to actually celebrate South Asian achievement. So there's everybody who will attend, delegates, presenters, award winners, they're all very special people. They'll all have some kind of lived experience where they can look back and think, yeah, I made a difference here. I'm very proud that UPNA NHS have chosen Warwick University, Warwick Conferences to host the conference. It's a great venue. It's a great institution, and I think there's a lot of synergies between the university and what UPNA are trying to do. Inequalities is as big an agenda within the higher education sector, within Warwick, within other universities across the country, across the globe. So the synergies from the actual topic is very relevant, and to actually see the network mature from where it was from a WhatsApp group from a number of people to get together to form a committee to say, well, okay, how can we build some structure around this so that we can, bring lots of other people to our movement, to our journey. It's just been fantastic, So it's taken a year in the planning, lots of blood, sweat, and tears during that time. But now we're seeing the fruits of that hard work, and I thank the whole team for their contribution for actually taking it. I've actually played a very small part in this, but it's really special to see the conference taking shape now.